1971 to 1974. Strat-O-Matic Excel Carryover League. Brought to you by the Shrimp Trawler.
Game 439, Braves at Marlins. Welcome back, baseball fans. 1971-74 Carryover League. We're back in the National League. We got one more series before the All-Star break, and it involves the team with the best record in the National League to this point, the Braves and the Marlins. I'm just going to say this has been a strange series beginning in Game 1, and here we are. Game 1. What a mess this is. This is what happens when you play a long extra inning game. I don't remember how long the longest extra inning game is I ever played. And frankly, this is a case of a team, the Florida Marlins, who lost. I thought that would have been obvious. The Braves beat the Marlins 3-1 in extra innings, in 20 innings. Well, that's because the Marlins put 20 men on base and scored once. And the Braves waited until the bottom of the 20th for Davey Johnson to get him a 2-run homer to win the thing. Both starting pitchers went 9 innings. Both closers went 3 innings. Some notable numbers: Ellie Rodriguez was 5 for 9, leading off as a catcher. Celerino Sanchez and Mary Guerrero went 0 for 15. For the incredible Atlanta Braves, Hank Aaron went 0 for 7. Hank Aaron went 0 for 7, and they won. Because they're the Braves. Rico Cardi went 0 for 6, and they won. Hal Haydel, the worst pitcher on the Braves, went 4 shutout innings to collect the win, beating Ken Reynolds. Enough of this. I know it looks pretty, folks, but it was a pain in the neck, and the Marlins just... It's like they're playing for the first pick in the draft. They're tanking. And when it seems that they had many chances to upset the Braves, they were futile. So in Game 2 in Atlanta, the mission is, all right, guys, you got to throw complete games. Steve Arlen and Phil Niekro. And, well, they do. Bottom of the 2nd inning, Dusty Baker 2-run homer. Bottom of the 5th inning, after an error, a Dusty Baker RBI double. That's all the damage they could do against Steve Arlen, the Florida starter. He went 8 innings in a complete game, 5 hits, 3 runs, only 2 were earned, of course. In the 8th inning, as the Marlins are being shut out, Vic Davaleo singles. They get a 3-base error on Dusty Baker, and then another single, so they get 2 unearned runs there. But then they fold up like a cheap tent in the 9th inning. And yes, Phil Niekro does get the victory and throws a complete game. 4 hits, 2 runs, they were unearned, walked 2, struck out 9. So business as usual, the Braves win 3-1, 3-2, and for some reason the bats are melting or mushy and nobody is making any contact in this series whatsoever. You'd think that would help the Marlins. Well, in Game 3, it kind of does. Buzz Capra versus Del Canton. A solo homer for Ralph Garr, solo homer for Davey Johnson. It's the Braves, right? But a 2-run double by Willie Montanez and the Marlins were tied at 2. This goes into the 11th inning. And yes, the Marlins do indeed win this one. Vic Davaleo, a double, and Ellie Rodriguez scores off the Ralph Garr arm to win this game 3-2 in 10 innings. It seems like 3 runs is all you're going to get in this series, and the muck and the humidity and the disinterested baseball participants from Florida and Atlanta. 3-2, Marlins win this. I'd say these games were great, but they're just leaving a billion men on base, so who knows? I mean, the teams are hitting about 100 with runners in scoring position. So Game 4 in Florida. We're back to Norna. We got Tom Kelly versus Bruce Del Canton. Tom Kelly. Let's see. Put a guy on in the first with a single, a couple walks in the second, loads of bases with a hit and 2 walks, hitting a walk there in the 4th, hitting a walk in the 5th, couple hits in the 6th. He's just cruising along. He goes 7 2/3, gives up 7 hits and 7 walks, puts 14 men on base. Nobody can score. Tom House gets the final 4 outs. 3-0 victory for the Braves. They get a 2-base error on Melendez, RBI single by Hank Aaron, who has been completely disinterested. He's still your MVP. He's the best player on the team with the best record, but Hank's in a huge slump. He's got like 2 hits in 4 games, and he went 0 for 7 in that first one. Another 3-0. So if you like low scoring baseball out of an unlikely place, 2 teams who have nothing but bats, homers, and bad defense, and we have no runs to show for it. Very bizarre. Game 5 here in Florida. I would expect the Braves to win this one 8-3. I'm going to write that down somewhere. I'll write it down here. 8-3. Oops. That's my prediction. I have it on paper here in case it changes. 8-3. All right. So back to Game 5. Your guys who pitched at Game 2 on short rest. Both bullpens have got enough rest. I'm not really concerned with these extra inning games to this point. Phil Niekro for the Braves, 16-12, 3.06 ERA, and 282 innings in 72. He wants to pitch his Braves to the top record in the National League. And Steve Arlen, he was a Padre in 71, 9-19, 3.47 ERA, and 228 innings. And yes, even the Padres didn't want him. And that's why he's on Florida as their ace. Okay, that sets this up nicely. Let's get started. Leading off for Atlanta, it's Maury Wills. I can't call them Hot Atlanta anymore because they're not hot at all. They're just winning these games against a overmatched team. Maury Wills grounds the 3rd. Ralph Garr, 69 singles. Let's steal a base. And he steals it. Dusty Baker, 45, walks. 2 on for Hank Aaron, 54, second X. 2E10 Mian, Felix Mian, and the 2E10 second baseman gets up a single. And the Braves have the bases loaded 1 out with another gift. Darrell Evans, 1-6, there's your bases loaded walk. This looks more like Atlanta. Bases loaded 1 out for Davey Johnson, 37's a K, and with 2 outs, Frank Tabadino, 6-12, second X. And Mian's a 2E10, and he makes the play. Now this looks like more of the Braves of this series, leaving the bases loaded. So 1-0. Manny Mota, 110 single. Vic Davalillo, 53, first C, runner in scoring position, like that matters, for Felix Mian. 59 rolls to second, and Willie Montanez, 59, rolls to second. They strand their first. Rico Cardi, 2-5, single to 19, gets it. Johnny Oates, 63, pitcher B. Maury Wills, 1-4, that's a 4-6-3 double play. Bottom of 2, Hal McRae, 69, sky's the center. Jose Pagan, 1-8, pops to first. And Roger Repos bounces to short. Maury Wills, a 3-19 at shortstop, makes the play. Will 1 run be enough for the Braves today? It looks like you need at least 3 to win these games. Ralph Garr, 2-12, pops to first. Dusty Baker, 36, and let's take a look at Dusty Baker. Well, the Braves have hit home runs in this series, 1 or 2 per game, it seems. Dusty had 17 of those in 72 with his .321 average. Best year he had in Atlanta. That is gone, and it is 2-0. 1 more run's all you need. Hank Aaron, 57's a K, and with 2 outs, Darrell Evans, 2-7, triple 1-5 is a triple. 2 outs for Davey Johnson, 1-7's a walk, 2 runners on base for Frank Tabadino with 2 outs, and he gets out, of course, rolls it short. More stranded left on base. Ellie Rodriguez, 1-2, flies left. Marty Martinez, 2-8, pops to short, and with 2 outs, Manny Mota, 48, is a K. We go to the 4th. Rico Suave, 48's a base hit. Johnny Oates, 1-8, fielder's choice. Runner at first for Maury Wills. 68, single one of 14, gets it. 2 on, 1 out, Ralph Garr. 1-9, let's take a look at Ralph Garr's card. 72, 12 homers, a 325 average. Funny part about it is we had the chance to get the 340 or the 350 batting averages of Ralph Garr in the league, but it meant that I couldn't keep some of these other Braves from getting into the league, like Tom House and Buzz Capra and that great Dusty Baker card you just saw and so forth. So I had to, we'll just have to wait to get the better Ralph Garr hitting cards in the league. As this monstrous offense certainly doesn't need the, 15 points? He hits 325 here instead of hitting 343 or 354. I think the Braves will be fine. Anyway, 1-9 is double one. It is the single dot. That will score another run. And there's your 3 runs that you need to win this thing. Runners in the corners, 1 out with speed. They'll bring it up for Dusty Baker. 67 is a K. And with 2 outs, Hank Aaron. 64, center X. We have, oh boy, Moto's a 42 in center field today, but he makes the catch. As per norm in this series, the Braves lead men on base. They got their 3rd run though. That might be enough. Vic Davalillo, 39, is a fly to center. Felix Millan flies to center. Willie Montanez strikes out. Well, there you go. Now they're not leaving anybody on base, and haven't since the first batter of the game. 12 straight retired by Knucksy. Into the 5th we go. Darrell Evans. 56 flies right. I hope there's lots of Atlanta Brave fans watching this, because the Braves are looking like everything is just rolling to them this year, and they look like they're going to run away with this thing. As even the competition in the National League is faltering horribly. The Reds, Pirates, Dodgers, Giants, you name them, Mets. They're all falling apart, and the Braves are just scooping up the crumbs. Davey Johnson, 410, triple 1 of 9, base hit. Frank Tepedino, 36, single 1 of 4, lines out, and with 2 outs. Rico Cardi skies to center field, leaving another runner on base. Bottom of the 5th. Let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
All right, bottom of the 5th. The Florida Tankers, tanking for draft pick. Or the Marlins, the Tankers, whatever you want to call them. Bottom of the 5th. It's Hal McRae. 44. Off of the Negro card. Homer, 1 to 19. He has power. It is gone. And there is a smattering of applause here in South Florida. 3 to 1. Jose Pagan. 63, second X. Davey Johnson's a 334 at second. That's a base hit. Roger reposes suddenly your tie run. 2-8 first B, fielder's choice. Ellie Rodriguez, 56, flies to left. And the tie run is Marty Martinez with 2 outs. Yeah, pretty much. This is, same thing, 5th day in a row. Get a run, tie run comes to the plate, leave a guy on base. Yep, yeah. Nothing clutch. Unclutch. This is automatic transmission baseball. Clearly, there is no clutch. Johnny Oates in the top of the 6th. 48 is a base hit. Maury Wills. 110. Flies right. Ralph Garr. 2-7. Fielder's choice. Speedy runners on first. Let's try a stolen base. That way, if he gets thrown out, we won't leave any men on base. So he's going to try a steal here. And he makes it. So Garr's at second for Dusty Baker. 1-9, grounds to short, and we end up leaving a man on base anyway. All right, bottom of the 6th, 3-1. Manny Mota leading it off in a completely winnable game. Strikes out. Vic Davalillo, 36, single 1 of 14 as a base hit, and the tie run, well, comes to the plate. Davalillo is an ace stealer. Let's not run out of this inning. Millan will swing away. 56, flies to left, and with 2 outs, the slugging Willie Montanez. Let's take a look at this guy. Montanez was a Philly in 71. Had 30 bombs and a 255 average. You're the tie run here, Willie. Do something clutch. Don't leave men on base. The pitch to Willie Montanez. 2-9. He bounced to short. Yep. Pretty much same old, same old. Top of the 7th we go. 3-1, 3-0, 3-2. Looking for another result like that in my prediction of 8-3. But I thought the Braves were going to fix the boat, but they haven't. guess you don't need to. What's the point of exerting all that extra lumber when you only need to score 3 runs to win these games? Hank Aaron, 1-9, bounce to short. Darrell Evans, 33, grounds to first. Davey Johnson, 37, Ks. That is 3 up and 3 down for guys who hit 47, 41, and 43 home runs. They do it a lot, do the Marlins, but not to much success. Stretch time here in Florida of a 3-1 game. The Marlins, we've been enjoying Campe Segundo, the Buena Vista Social Club, with this release that came out in '99. Wonderful stuff. Some stuff is just the acoustic guitar versions of the stuff that they played in the movie Buena Vista Social Club here. Wonderful stuff here by Campe Segundo. Bottom of the 7th. Marlins could use a rally here. Maybe the key to this is Campe. Let's turn him up a little bit. Here we go. Bottom of the 7th. Let's get a rally here. Hal McRae. Homered last time up. 1-8. Base hit. And the tie runs up again. Jose Pagan. 2-10. Flies left. Tie run. Roger Repos. 1-8. It's a walk. Now you get a tie run at first. For Ellie Rodriguez. Oh my goodness, 1-7. Let's take a look at Ellie Rodriguez's card of 72. A 289 hitter for the Brewers in 355 at-bats. 1-7, double 1-6 is a single dot, and it's a 3-2 game. Braves will bring the infield up for Marty Martinez. 58, lines the first. And with 2 outs, it's Manny Mota. 1-10. Oh my goodness, folks. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at Manny Mota. 2 runners on the base with 2 outs, and Manny Mota just got a hit. Manny Mota, he only hit .323, but he just got a hit with 2 outs for the first time for the Marlins in 5 games. That's a single to right field. And yes, the Marlins have indeed tied this game. Thank you, Campe Segundo. 2 on, 2 outs, and the rest of the National League rejoices wherever they're watching, if this game is even being broadcast. Probably not. It's probably being blacked out. They didn't sell this game out. And you guys are like people who have the good fortune to see it. 2 on, 2 outs. Vic Davalillo. The pitch. 1-8 again! Davalillo, did I show you his card? He hit .318. And he got a hit. Who would have thought? In the 1-5-10 card. To right field. Let's run, what's his doodle? Elirod to give this poor team a lead. 11-12-13 against the -2 arm of Hank. And he is thrown out of the plate on a 12. Let's do that math again. Oh my goodness, folks. Elirod. Seriously? 11-12-13. Hank, -2 arm makes it 11. And no, they do not get that run. He is thrown out. I guess, Hank's got to get his MVP votes in another way beyond his bat. 4 singles and a walk. They get a couple. We're tied at 3. Thanks, Campe, for that. Turn down a little bit as we go to the 8th inning. All right, top of the 8th out now in a 3-3 tie. Arlen's going to go right back out there. He's trying to chase a win. 3-6 for Tepedino. Single on a 4. Lines out on a 5. Rico Cardi, 5-10. Third X. McRae, who's still playing third base, is a 4-28. That's going to leave a mark. And that bounces off his shirt for an error. Johnny Oates, 65. Pops to second. And with 2 outs, it's back up top to Maury Wills. 1-7, single dot. On the corners, Arlen's fighting for a win. He's going to stick around to face Ralph Garr. 62, skies to right field. 3-3, bottom of the 8th we go. Steve Arlen has working on his second complete game in 4 days against the Braves, holding them to 3 or fewer runs. I bet you there's a lot of other teams in the National League that would like to have a performance like that or 2. Anyway, bottom of the 8th. it will be Felix Mian leading off against Phil Niekro. 1-6, triple 1-3, base hit. Oh, the Marlins are starting to roll their columns with regularity. Now it's Montanez. You saw the card earlier. 37 is a K. Hal McRae, 63, second X. Davey Johnson, not the greatest defensively, a 334. Left his glove in Baltimore, and that is an error. 2 on with 1 out for Jose Pagan. 32, fouls out. And with 2 outs, can you do a repeat of the 7th inning? It'll be Roger Repos. 5'11", second X. And this time, oh, I got to plug the defense in. 3-E34. He's not an E28. He's an E34 defense. Makes the play anyway. Well, they strand 2 more runners. Not another extra inning game. 3-3. We go to the 9th. Braves have scored exactly 15 runs, I think. Or they lost one of those games, but nobody scored more than 3 runs in this series. As we go to the 9th inning, Steve Arlen is going to chase a 9-inning complete game. Dusty Baker, 1-5, flies to center. Hank Aaron, 55, strikes out. And Darrell Evans, 34, rolls to third base. Steve Arlen fans everywhere. You got yourself 9 complete innings, or at least 9 innings. He has to leave. He can't go 10. Niekro, interestingly, had been a starter 9 for a big chunk of his career because he always pitched 300 and some innings. He's only a starter 8 here, so this will be his final inning. Ellie Rodriguez, 5'12", first. Marty Martinez, 49, second X. 3-E34 again. That's already set up there. That's an out. And with 2 outs, Manny Mota, 44. Doesn't have power. 4-4, homer, 1-19 to walk the game off. If you have power, it's a single. He doesn't have power. Good base runner, though, of 14. And now it's Vic Davalillo. 2-8, pops to first base. And for the 3rd time in 5 games, I got extra innings. Well, if the Marlins manage to win this in extra innings, I guess I could potentially qualify this as a good series. But they have to win this game and not be eliminated. So, as we do, we bring the closer in for the home team and not for the away team to start an extra inning affair. So it's going to be Orlando Pena. We just played this 2 days ago, and Orlando Pena pitched an inning and 2/3. Here's the same strategy. In the 10th, it will be Davey Johnson leading off. 2-7's a K. Frank Tapadino, 38, flies to right. Rico Cardi, 57, is a K. Wow. Well, there's a team, folks. There's one Major League Baseball team that can stop the Braves offense. Unfortunately, they can't win, but they can stop the Braves offense, and that's the Florida Marlins. Doing it with Steve Arlen, Bruce Del Canton, Rich Folkers, Ed Acosta, Ken Reynolds, Jose Pena, Tom Bergmeyer, and Orlando Pena. Maybe you just have to be mediocre. Get some mediocre pitchers to get these Braves out. Because if you go with like Tom Seaver and Steve Carlton, they're going to get their pants knocked off them. Bottom of the 10th. Let's see here. I think we're going to go Mo Drabowski here in the bottom of the 10th with House available for the save. Mo Drabowski was a Cardinal in 71. 6-1, 3.45 ERA in 60 innings. And he will face the Braves in the bottom of the... He will face the Marlins in the bottom of the 10th. Leading off, it'll be Felix. Putting me on. 5-12, we're not. You're grounding the first. The dangerous Willie Montanez. 56, flies to center. And with 2 outs, it's Hal McRae. 47 is a strikeout. Pena's second inning of relief. We'll let these clowns go 3. Johnny Oates, 53, rolls to first. Maury Wills, 36, grounds to second. I predict if this were to go to a 7-game series, it would be the longest 7-game series I would have ever played, because I have had a 20-inning game and now 2 11-plus inning games. That's never happened before. Ralph Garr, 47, pops to third base. Wow. 10 in a row, 10 Braves in a row retired. Bottom of the 11th. It's Jose Pagan. All you need is a run. All you need is a run, Marlins. You don't need 6, just 1. 59, rounds a second. Roger Repos, 59, grounds a second. And 2 outs, Ellie Rodriguez, 210, grounds short. Third and final inning relief for Orlando Pena, Dusty Baker. Baker, Aaron, and Evans. Normally that would scare an opponent. Dusty Baker, 37, is a walk. Hank Aaron, the National League MVP, threw out a guy in the bottom of the 7th inning. Is your MVP. Has a chance to get the Braves up 4-1 right here and right now. Let's take a look at the card. My goodness, we haven't looked at it yet. The mere fact that he went 0 for 7 in Game 1 is stunning, because I don't know how this card could go 0 for anything. 327, 47 home runs. That's 1971 MVP award he did not get. He now will get. With a runner on first and 1 out, here's the pitch to Hank Aaron. 1-7, it's a strikeout. I tried, folks. It seemed like the law of averages were going to catch up there, but it didn't. Darrell Evans, 6'10", catcher's card. That's not going to do anything. Orlando Pena just blisters through the Brave lineup. He'll leave after 3. He's tired. Bottom of the 12th. I'll let Grabowski go a third. Because he should be able to, I think. He was a slop thrower kind of dude. So he's going to go in his 3rd inning of relief. Mo Grabowski against Marty Martinez. 37, rolls to first. Mostly because I don't think the Marlins are going to score. Manny Mota, 47. A K. 2 outs, Vic Davalillo, 59. Rolls to second base, and the teams go 0 for 18 in the 10th, 11th, and 12th innings. I hope you have your C rations, folks, and get some potable water there and a sleeping bag. We could be here for days. 13th inning. Oh, let's turn it over to Bergmeyer. I've only done this substitution pattern for 3 out of the last 5 games, so I'm quite familiar with it. Bergmeyer will come on in the 13th inning of a 3-3 tie. He'll face the dangerous Davy Johnson. Pitch to Davy Johnson. 54, center X. I got the 42 out there. He's already made 1 catch today. It's a double. Runner at second for Tepedino. He'll leave for Kurt Motton, the pinch hit. Pitch to Kurt Motton. 59, second C. Now you got the runner at third with 1 out. They'll bring it up for Rico Carty. 56 is a sac fly to left field, and the Braves do indeed have a run. The old-fashioned way, a double, a ground ball, and a sac fly. And with 2 outs, batting for Oates will be Casanova. 5-12, rolls back to the mound. So, are the Marlins going to fall asleep and meekly lose this series 4-1 when they could have won all 5 games? Or are they going to show some fight here in the bottom of the 13th inning? I think squeak, squeak. I think squeak, squeak go the mice, the Florida mice. In the bottom of the 13th inning, it's going to be Tom House. Let's take a look at this guy. Remember I was telling you, Ralph Garr, 1974 card. I did not get into the league, probably because of this guy. Tom House, 1974. Would you rather have Ralph Garr hitting 20 points better? Or would you rather have a closer with a 192 ERA and 103 innings, who's also a relief 3? No brainer there. Tom House, to save this one, comes on in the 13th. It'll be Millan, Montanez, and McRae. Yeah. In the bottom of the 13th, we'll put FM here for Felix Millan. And here we go. Millan leads off in the bottom of the 13th. 55 off House is short X. This is Maury Wills. 3-19. Nothing particularly special about the Brave defense, but it makes a play there. Very mediocre. And folks, you've been paying attention to a very mediocre Brave team that's running away with the National League suddenly. If momentum means anything. I have no idea what's going to happen in this National League, but Willie Montanez, we saw the card. He does have a homer chance on it, so let's just keep that in vogue and swing away with Willie. 4-4. If I pinched it with a right-hander, I would have had a homer chance and missed it. But 4-4 is single 1 to 9, line out. And yeah, of course, any right-handed pinch hitter would have gotten on base, but I let Montanez swing away because that's just the way it's been for the Marlins. And with 2 outs, it's Hal McRae. Let's take a look at him. He'll probably get out. He's a .310 hitter with 15 homers for the Royals in '74. And now he's a Florida Marlin. And now the pitch to Hal McRae. 1-8. And the game continues with a single to left field. 12 base runner. And it's Jose Pagan. Oh boy, though. Let's take a look at the Pagan card. This is a clever card to have. These doubles in the 2 column could come in handy. Matter of fact, I think I got a pinch run. I will. I'm going to put a 15 runner in McRae's spot because he's a 12. Because I think I'm going to get one of these. So we got a 15 runner at first with 2 outs. Jose Pagan against Tom House. And here's the pitch. 46 off of House is a double to left field. And you got the noodle arm of Ralph Garr out in left field. Let's see, this should be juicy. 15, 16, 17, 18 to tie this puppy up. And he scores on an 18 to tie this puppy up. My goodness, folks. We got a 4-4 tie. Oh, these Marlins and Braves really making me work overtime. So, Pagan will score Melendez, the pinch runner. Melendez will end up in center field. Mota goes to DH, and the third baseman will be the guy who will be Pagan. Or I could even go Sanchez if I wanted to. Anyway, we got a runner at second with 2 outs in a 4-4 tie against the disgusted Tom House. And here is the pitch. 2-11 for repose. Bounces a short. And my misery continues as each team has scored in the 13th inning. Oh boy. Let me think about who I want to have play third base for the Florida Marlins, as if it really matters, and of course it certainly doesn't. I think I have to leave Jose Pagan, move him to third base because of his hero, in quotes, turn, by getting a hit instead of bringing in Celerino Sanchez, who's better defensively. Yes, we'll leave the good defensive players on the bench. That's not going to hurt. As we go to the 14th inning, and we'll go up top, and we're going to have a pinch hitter. Maury Wills will leave. We're going to use the entire bench because that's what the Braves like to do. Marty Perez will be your batter in the top of the 14th inning here for Maury Wills. Here's the pitch to Marty Perez. 32, he's hit by the pitch. And now you got Ralph Garr. 67 off Bergmeyer, Sky's the center. Now you got Dusty Baker. 6-11, first X. Montanez, did he stay in the game? He did. Wasn't lifted. He's a 3-17 at first base. That's the tip of mediocrity there. It's a fielder's choice, though, a ground ball B. Fielder's choice, so Baker goes to first base. And oh, by the way, yeah, Hank Aaron, he's up again. He does not like playing Florida Marlins. Maybe because they didn't exist. He can't get a read on them. Hank is 1 for 7 today. He's 1 for 6 today. Trying not to go 1 for 14 in 2 extra inning games versus the Braves. The pitch to Hank Aaron. 1-5, and he strikes out. 2 solid innings for Bergmeyer. This game continues on and on and on into the bottom of the 14th inning. Second inning of relief for House. He can go 3. It'll be right here. It'll be Ellie Rodriguez. 57's a strikeout. Marty Martinez. 55, short X. This is the new shortstop at 338. And it's an error. We have a man on base. Marty Martinez is on via the error. Manny Mota, runner on first, 1 out. The pitch to Manny Mota. 39, flies to left. And with 2 outs, it's Vic Davalillo. 56. Flies to right field. Don't get your hopes up, folks. There's not going to be a dramatic walk-off for quite some time, I predict. So, Bergmeyer is a relief 3, so we'll max them out. We got to max everything out. So both these clowns will pitch a 3rd inning of relief. And it'll be Darrell Evans leading off in the 15th inning. Yeah. Darrell Evans, 62, rolls back to the mound. Davey Johnson, 211, flies to left. And with 2 outs, it's the dangerous Kurt Mott, I might add. 69, he pops to first base. 3 shutout innings for Bergmeyer. See what I mean, folks? The Marlins aren't scared at all of this Atlanta Brave offense that's done virtually nothing for 5 straight games. Bottom of the 15th inning here. Tom House in his 3rd and final inning of relief. We're over here now, as we've maxed out all our spots, which is nice. For Felix Mian. 57, he strikes out. Willie Montanez, we gonna let him swing away again? Oh yeah, we got to. Already committed to it. 3-10, grounds a second. And with 2 outs, it's Louis Melendez, not Hal McRae. It's Louis Melendez who pinch ran for Hal McRae. So I'll probably roll a Hal McRae home run roll. Pitch to Melendez. 1-8. No, it's a hit on Melendez's card. Let's take a look at it. Louis Melendez. Let's take a look at his card there. He hits the 1-8, so it's triple 1 and 2, single the rest, and it's a base hit. He's the 15 runner, and once again, same situation for Pagan. We got to get the double off a house with 2 outs here. He did it before off of House's card. Now he wants to like to do it off his own card, but I don't really care which card he does it off of. The pitch to Jose Pagan. 35 is a strikeout. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to take a quick break here. And we'll pause this and, well, you know what? I don't think I can really take a quick break. I'm going to have to keep going with this because it'll take a while for the video to record if I do it that way. So let's go into the 16th inning with Jose Pena. Jose Pena in the 16th inning. And he will face, should be Cardi, right? Let me see. Tevadino. Oh, Mott made the final out. Yeah, that's right. Mott made the final out. So Cardi. And that'll be right here. So we'll put RC so I can score this thing later. Rico Cardi will lead off here in the top of the 16th inning. 1-7 for Cardi. His double 1-11 is a double. He's an 8 runner. But there's no bench left. They don't have a bench. They're all in play. Casanova is a D bunter. He can't bunt, and Cardi can't run. It's a common, and he can't hit either. So here's Paul Casanova here. 47 off of the Pena card. That'll help, though. Single 1-9, and he rolls a 10 and misses it by 1. Marty Perez. 68, and he strikes out. And Rico Cardi is planting some grass seed at second base, making a little garden there with 2 outs, and it's Ralph Garr. 67 is a K. If you're wondering, I have not had any intentional walks in this series. None whatsoever, and why would I? These teams are just horrendous at trying to score a runner from second base, blah, blah, blah. Bottom of the 16th inning, I need a new pitcher. Pagan made that final out. So it's lefty, righty, lefty, righty, lefty. Well, last time this game went this long, I went Mike McQueen, so I'm just going to go Mike McQueen again. So at least I know what to do here. He comes on in the bottom of the 16th inning. Mike McQueen, 1971. He was 4-1 with a 3.54 ERA for the Braves. In the bottom of the 16th against Roger Repose. This is a motion picture. I thought these aren't videos anymore. This is the original motion picture soundtrack for the Braves Marlins. As this game is going to run over an hour, probably, if it hasn't already. Roger Repose, bottom of the 16th. Here's the pitch. 2-9, grounds a second. Ellie Rodriguez, 6'11", first X. Who plays first? Tepedino's gone. Hanks at first. 3-9. And he boots the ball. That's a 1-out error. Ellie Rod. And now you got Marty Martinez. 55. Second X. You got a 3E34 second baseman. And it's a ground ball C. Well, that's baby steps. We got a guy in scoring position with 2 outs again. For Manny Mota. The pitch to Manny Mota. 2-4. He bounces to short. They don't do anything. We go to the top of the 17th inning, folks. It's Dusty Baker. 34. Grounds short. Hank Aaron, who is 1 for 7. Trying to go 1 for 8 would be nice. 2-8. Oh, and he gets a hit. Double 1 to 19. It's a Hank Aaron double. Big play there. We got a runner at second with 1 out. And 84 home runs about to step into the batter's box between Evans and Dave Johnson. No pitching change. Why? It doesn't ever seem to matter. Darrell Evans, 43. He's guys in the left. Davalillo, 2E7. He makes the play. And with 2 outs, it'll be Davey Johnson. 49 is a walk. 2 on, 2 outs. And Kurt Motton, who has no hits on his card. The pitch to Kurt Motton. 1-6. He strikes out. Bottom of the 17th. This is the second of the 3 extra longest games here. Mike McQueen will face Davalillo. 2-4 flies to right. Felix putting me on. 2-12 pops to third. And Willie Montanez. 6-12. This guy's center field. Okay. Can these dudes go 3 innings? Yeah, Pena's a relief 3, McQueen's a relief 4. Let's keep going, folks. Rico Cardi. 1-4, flies to center. Casanova. 66, he strikes out. And Marty Perez. 2-7, he strikes out. And now all of the Marlin pitchers have 3 innings there. Bottom of the... Unbelievable. 6, 15, 16. Bottom of the 18th, it really is. It's the bottom of the 18th inning. It's Louis Melendez for that pinch, that pinch hitting spot. We'll put it right over in here. 2-12, lines a third. Jose Pagan. 69, skies are right, and with 2 outs, it's Repose. 1-6, he strikes out. Well, there's your doubleheader, folks. All right, so Pena, run out of pitchers. Delcan can't pitch. Ken Reynolds, he lost the other extra inning game on a 2-run homer by, what's his name? Yeah. Ken Reynolds will come on in, the last reliever, in the 19th inning. And he will face, over here, Ralph Garr. Ralph Garr, 49, single on a 1. He lines out. Dusty Baker, 67, is a K, and with 2 outs, in his 9th trip today, Hank Aaron. 2-5! Show you the card again. I hope it's a winner. Because I'm getting tired of this dumb game with these dumb teams. 2-5 is gone. Hank Aaron, no doubt about that. A double and a homer in his last 2 at-bats. If the Marlins can tie this thing and force it into 20 more innings, I'd like to see Hank go for the cycle. But that is a solo shot. It is 5-4. And it's Darrell Evans. 1-6 is a walk. Davey Johnson. 46 is another walk. 2 on for Kurt Motton. 68. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Double 1 to 15. Oh, shut up, Atlanta. Stop celebrating. It's a double for Kurt Motton. That'll score this guy. You got second and third. Is it still just 1 out? No, it's 2 outs. Because Gar started the inning, yeah. All is with 2 outs. Now I got Rico Carty. I got to put that over here. 3-6 is a walk. Oh, for Pete's sakes. That loads the bases for Casanova. You already have 2 of the bases loaded. Casanova, 4-12. Flies to right field. My goodness. And that'll do the 19th inning. Top half. Bottom half, McQueen leaves. Hal Haydell will try and get a save in the bottom of the 19th inning. And please do not tie it. Win it or lose it, for Pete's sakes. He'll face Ellie Rodriguez in the bottom of the 19th inning. And here is the pitch. 58 is a strikeout. Marty Martinez, 6'10", short X. Marty Perez, a 3.38 at shortstop. And he makes the play. 1 more out with a 2-run lead. Will this actually happen? Manny Mota with 2 outs in the bottom of the 19th. Here's the pitch. 56 off Haydell. He strikes out, and indeed it is over. The Atlanta Braves have won this nightmare by a score of 6-4 in 19 innings. How about that? And yeah, Hank Aaron gets the game-winning homer. And with a single, he actually has a 3-hit game. He ends up 3 for 9. So there you are for your MVP. So there it is. 6-4. I'm going to pause this so I can score this and come back with a wrap. Well, baseball fans, here is the box score of that extra inning debacle. Braves, 6 runs, 16 hits, 9 walks. They put 25 men on base. Braves, 4 runs, 13 hits, just a 1 walk. Man, that's some hacking right there, boys and girls. I mean, that, yeah, 1 walk, 72 at-bats. Eesh. Lando Pena, 3 shutout innings. Jose Pena, 3 shutout innings. Mike McQueen, Mudrowski, 6 combined shutout innings. Brugmeyer and House, the lefties, each give up that run in the top and bottom half of that 1 inning when both teams scored. Ken Reynolds lost both of the marathon games as the last pitcher on Florida's roster. That's a shame for him. Somebody has to go out there and finish the game. So I actually have the boxes of the other ones here. The first marathon that went 20. So Hank Aaron was 0 for 7 after the first one. The second inning, extra inning affair that the Marlins won, Hank was 2 for 5. He's getting a little better in these marathons, so he's 2 for 12. And then in this one, he's 3 for 9. So he's 5 for 21 in the marathons. And the funny part about this is, I do the stats, looking at the stats for the Braves. Hank's got 15 homers and 27 RBI. He's 33 for 108. Even with the batting average stumbling at the end there, he's hitting 306. So Hank's still hitting 306 after that little mini slump there at the end. So it looks like he's probably going to be your MVP the first half, the All-Star break. Also, the Braves are just hitting 251, but they got a 3.37 team ERA. Marlins hitting 2.67, 4.08 ERA. Yet are a bunch games behind. And by a bunch, we mean 8.5 back. There you go. Looks like Braves and Mets will meet again, with the Mets getting some minimal chance of the postseason tournament to catch up, and Phillies to play Marlins. This National League right now, we'll have a first half summary coming up in our next video. But right now, this first half, the wild card race in the National League, your Cubs are sitting at 500, and your Giants are sitting at 500. And then you got, the Pirates and the Reds and the Mets and the Phillies. Heck, even the damn Dodgers are 300. And who knows what's going to happen in this National League. It's just kooky this year. That's it today. Break up the Atlanta Braves. They do beat the Marlins 4-1. Needed like 100 innings to do it. Thanks for checking this out. We'll see you next time.